I just remember being at work and somebody's playing NF that I'm thinking, why are you playing NF? Yeah. And then he breaks down to me why he likes NF, and I'm like, oh snap, NF is not just what we think.
So we're gonna talk about NF.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hope.
Boy.
Jeremiah,
Yeah.
I think people owe us an apology.
They do.
I think they owe us an apology. First of all, to the NF fans.
Yeah.
Who always get in their comments saying he's not a Christian rapper. He ain't a Christian rapper. Why y'all keep saying that? Why y'all keep saying that? We've been following this man before you even knew who he was.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We followed NF when he made I got an NF album when he made his first independent album called Moments.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had another one when he signed with Exist, and he had like a Pitbull sound like Flow Rider type album.
All I'm saying
is,
is,
we've been known about
you the new one here.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
All right. Also, to the Christian community who said, "Why y'all keep talking about NF? He ain't no Christian rapper."
He's
Apologies.
a Christian rapper. He's a Christian rapper.
And NF owes us some apologies too. We done help this man's career out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So NF. Hope. Am I wrong?
Y'all are cracking me up.
Am I wrong?
I mean, no, you're not. You're not. I agree.
You act like we brand new.
It's just funny when y'all just like, rock
I was
like
hoping
that.
for the bombs. I was trying to get the bombs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's all good.
Respect the ground.
But so Hope came out while we were gone.
Yeah.
I swear he did that on purpose. Hope came out while we were gone. And
Trackstarz not gonna be there. Let me drop my album.
And what was your thoughts, man? What do you think?
I was very surprised, man. This is I listened to the album, downloaded songs from it and everything, and I just felt like it was really a very diverse NF project.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is some of the beat selections was totally different from his past projects. And I was just blown away, and I was just like, wow, okay, NF. And it went from like his signature sound to like some trap beats a little bit to some pop records I was surprised, and then also the content of it. And it's so funny, sometimes I think what it is was, I think sometimes when you have children or kids, it just changed your perspective. And I feel like that changed his perspective on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? From his song about his mother to, different other songs on the album. We just talking about like it was one verse where he talked about a girl kind of like trying to set him up for something. And he was like, I ain't about that. And all that. It's almost like a responsibility. I think the only problem that people are having with this album is that he's been their depressed man for so many years.
He explained that though.
Yeah, and it's like now it's like, yo, we gotta get past that. We gotta go to the next level of, you know what I mean? Not just sticking in that lane, but just being like, yo, having hope in your life. You know what I mean?
I think though fans are transitioning with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as everybody gets older, like he said a lot of things that he would say to his mom now. Because he's gotten older, he's been able to forgive. And I think his fans are in that same boat where they may have had some problems. That's why Dark NF worked. But Dark NF continued to transition, and now they've transitioned with him. Yeah. And I had some things to say about this project, man.
This is the time. What you got?
This is going to make NF fans maybe welcome me back into the circle.
Because you number one hater.
No.
Number two?
No.
Yeah, I thought you always liked NF, but you didn't like his
He just
album
doesn't like the sound of the music.
Okay, so it's just one of those things where I've never really gone back to it, right?
Yeah.
Had the project, bought it, but it's one of those, like, it doesn't come up on my playlist on Spotify, so I don't get to hear it that often. But man, this is gonna really, and I don't have a way to explain this, so y'all forgive me all the hate I'm about to get. Your boy surpassed Eminem to me. And the reason why I say this is just my opinion, y'all.
But then we said that years ago.
Hold on.
That was the first line for line.
But here's the thing, though. I say he surpassed him because he has talked about substance, right? And I think about you being able to stay on with the flow, the cadence, the pattern, the everything, and talk about substance and not cussing and not drugs and women. And like, to me, that weighs volumes in my category. So
let's say
as far as
positive
my
today.
catalog goes,
I was trying to say positive. He's trying to pull me back out, but it's
as far as my catalog goes, that was dope. And then I also got to say, I think his mama song edged out Tupac's Dear Mama for me.
Dang.
Just because
I wasn't going that far.
Dear Mama was
worst comments out of me today. I was
Dear
trying to stay
Mama,
positive, man.
Dear Mama was a tribute while she was still living. This was a celebration of his mom and the conversations that he wishes he could have had, or the life that he wants to show her now.
It's beautiful. Beautiful
It was
song.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So this album, man, I think my favorite is Mama because of the real. First of all, NF is a great storyteller. He's a great storyteller.
He is.
So I think him talking about where he was with his mom, even when she passed, and the fact that he sees her in a different light now, and talked about heaven so much, about how she's getting, he wants to make it there too. That surpassed anything on the project for me. But my second favorite was Careful.
Oh, Careful
And
was
now-
a problem,
It
bro.
was a
Him and
problem.
Corday went off.
Yo.
That was my favorite, but
That's
my
the one.
favorite individual NF was Pandemonium.
Do you ever
He
notice
killed
anytime somebody collab with him, they kind of figure out that they think they know who he is because they always talk about God? From Hobson to him to Corday to Tech Nine, like it's just interesting like that, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
You think so? Do you think there's a conversation, or you think they just know
I
instinctively?
think they kind of listen to his stuff and be like, "Okay, I've heard him on other people's stuff where he's rapping about." It's always kind of like faith based or like God inspirational type stuff.
You know what's weird is that I don't listen to Corday or Hobson or any of those people, but when they rap about God, it sounds really good.
Yeah, Corday killed his verse.
Corday murdered his joint.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, yo, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
And I haven't had that experience of like, usually people perceive Christian music as corny, but this is like really to me proving that you can make an album for God that just sounds dope. Like, it just sounds really good.
to people out there, is he traditional Jesus? No, it's not that.
But nobody is. So here's the thing. This is about as Christian rap as it gets right now, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
really doing Romans 3:16. Nobody's really doing that. Is anybody?
I mean, you still got some people doing that. KB still do stuff like that.
Yeah.
KB still does it. Yeah.
KB does it. KB does it.
He still does
and
it.
still makes it sound dope.
Yeah.
So he's not doing that.
Yeah.
He's not doing that.
He's more like Anomaly Lecrae to me, if you can say that. And what I mean by that is you're hearing about God on certain parts. You're hearing about, my life. You're hearing about my family. You're hearing about, my expectations. It reminded me of a little bit of like an Anomaly Lecrae album.
I think it just resonates with me. It just sounds like my type of thing, right? Where it's like you're talking about God and making godly music, but you're also opening up your journal.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say anything to you that I wouldn't have said in private. You know what I mean? Right. A lot of people, to me, make music that's like performative Christian music, where it's like, that's not how you talk. I know you. You don't talk like that.
Yeah.
But you're doing it because you feel like you got to make this Christian record.
Yeah.
Versus somebody who just tells their real life. I talk like this normally, like I did on my album. Like it's the same conversation. So I'm not going to put on for you when I'm making music.
Yeah.
This is what Christianity looks like. When we talk in private, we talk about all kinds of things. It's not just Jesus.
Yeah.
So to me, there's a time to weave that stuff in, but there's also a time to be like, look, this is what it really looks like. This is what
This is
I'm
the
really
truth.
dealing with.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pretend like this is easy or everything got fixed when I became a Christian.
Now, some people in our space, some people in our space may be like, y'all tripping. He playing y'all. But what I heard, I was like, after I tweeted it, I was like, y'all can't not say he's not a Christian hip hop artist or a Christian rapper anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like
Does
after
he
I heard
say
it,
he's not a Christian?
I don't think
I don't
he's
do interviews. So
one interview I
Barely.
did say it was like it sounded like he was in a place where he didn't know where to like, and this was a while ago. I don't know if that interview is still up. I saw an interview recently, like a newer interview where he was talking about it, and that interview got deleted. Like I was like, God, and it was making views. But his past interview, I've seen an interview before where it was like he was questioning his faith.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And basically saying there's no such thing as a Christian rapper.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so I know that's the vibe, but whatever you want to call it, bro. Like this is the music we are trying to get people to make.
Yeah.
Everybody, the Cordays, the so-and-sos, the Jay-Z's. We want you to make music like this because it's God honoring. You're not doing anything that's taken away from his glory.
Yeah.
But you're also being honest.
Yeah.
That's to me sweet spot for everybody.
Yeah.
Now if you want to go a little bit further and start preaching and referencing verses, all power to you.
Yeah.
There's people who need that. But this is where I would pray every artist gets to in their music, to where they can proclaim God, not ashamed of talking about God, not ashamed of talking about Jesus, but also being real at the same time.
That's really good.
Yeah. The other track that really got me was Turn My Back. Thought it was hilarious.
Let Him Pray was good too.
Turn My Back was like just, I mean, he just called out everybody. It was like a diss to the industry, basically.
But that's where NF is still being NF. He's still like, yo, I'm the best.
I don't care what
Y'all
my
don't get
labels
me.
say. I
If
don't
you don't
care
like
what
me,
you
screw
do.
you type.
Yeah.
But
That's still
I think he had that Lecrae wake up call where it was like, I'm chasing success. I get the success, and it's like it means nothing. It doesn't change you. It doesn't, unless I allow it to change me.
Yeah.
But when I look up and like when you watch that video we watch, and he's walking and he's like, I don't fit here, man. This is fake. I don't want to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what people. I remember Lecrae talking about that. Like once you get up and then you realize you're like, man, this is fake. Why am I here?
Okay, so is that a shot? Did he shoot himself in the foot with that though? Because if you feel that way toward everybody, aren't they gonna leave you out of categories when it comes to awards and conversations like
I
that?
think he's basically saying I don't care if they do.
Yeah.
No.
But the interesting thing about
But
NF,
if he deserves it and he's shining like that and he should
Thing
get
is,
that reward.
His fans are so aggressive.
We're right. Yeah.
yeah.
I
They'll
would
find
say
a way.
They gonna make sure he gets
They're gonna
it.
take
But
away
I would say this is the interesting thing about NF. He's on when you go to Spotify and the playlists, he's on pop playlists. He's not on like hip hop
Well,
playlists.
there's some songs on here that are geared
Yeah,
towards
he had a
pop.
CCM joint
Gone
that was
is a pop
really-
song.
Yeah.
He had one joint that was
Happy's a
like-
pop song.
It's like it sounds like just straight up. You could put this
Yeah.
on top
But
40.
I've always
Yeah.
heard him on top 40. Like that's
Yeah.
where
That's where
to
he
me,
thrives. Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's a great fit.
Which is interesting because they're saying the pop rap lane is dominated by Drake,
Yeah.
which is interesting. So that's an interesting thing
Well,
that
that corner is dominated by Post Malone and Drake.
yeah,
I would
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
So he could definitely enter that space. His songs are a little moodier than Drake's songs, so it's still a little different than with the straight pop music.
Yeah.
So it'll be hard for him to stay there, but his fans are so loyal.
I mean, I just remember being at work and somebody's playing NF that I'm thinking, why are you playing NF?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then he breaks down to me why he likes NF, and I'm like, oh snap! NF is not just what we think.
Yeah.
He's way big. They saying he's one of the artists that only. He's in a minority of artists that has 1 billion streams on one song. I think "Let You Down" has like 1 billion streams.
Let You Down was amazing.
We met somebody on the plane. We're like, yo, do you know NF? He was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just random dude.
Yeah.
Sit next to us.
That was actually a good thing. We kind of did that. And I think everybody who listens to, Christian hip hop, or you listen to this podcast or any other podcast, start asking random people what they like, what they're listening to, because we it was almost kind of like we just tapped him. He was sitting on the plane next to us, and we just started asking all of our like focus group questions to him, but he's nowhere in our space. But it was good to get his reaction about what social medias he likes and what he does on social media, how long he spends on social media, the artists that he listens to, and what he likes out of those artists, because it was interesting.
Yeah. So to me, NF, he did a great job on this. It sounds really good. To me, Careful is out of here, bro.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That song is so good.
He's going on tour with Cordae. Cordae's gonna be the opening act for his
That's dope.
what's the name? So, and Cordae is not a bad dude. Like some of his music, it's not harsh.
He
but
has a
it's
song
just
with her that is very God pointing.
So some of these people know. I think the problem is some of these folks don't know can I make a living off this? Am I wrong for making a living off this? Is it right to make a living off this? Because I'm thinking, they're thinking like Lecrae exists and this guy exists. So it's like, maybe I can, or maybe I'm just scared to, or maybe this, the first step is to get to know Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some people they don't even know that there is a difference, right?
Yeah.
Corday may think he is a Christian rapper, right? Like, so some people just don't even know. Some people need to know that it's viable.
Yeah.
I would say if you're worried about that, man, stop being a punk, man. Just do it, man. Like, seriously, stop doing it.
But I mean, if you sign to a label,
don't be a punk.
I would
man.
say
Just
this:
do
if you sign to a label, that may be a little bit different. I mean, now,
Stop being a punk,
I think Kanye is shown like, yo, you could still do this and blah
Just
blah
do
blah.
it.
But yeah,
Hey, we're waiting for you to hurry up and make the decision. The Cordays, the whoever's, make the decision. Give your life to Christ. We need your help. Okay?
Yeah.
Stop being a punk.
Oh my gosh.
I don't come. I'm a punk. I'm not a punk.
Today.
Hey, then don't be one. Don't be one.
I'm not gonna come
And
if you
just-
call me a punk.
Just don't be one, and then just come over, give your life to God, 100%. Stop playing around, because I again, that's not Corday. He may this may be new to him. So I'm just saying, for the people who know better, it's time, bro. Like, it's time.
Yeah, and I think the fact that this dude sold that much units, and he's right now the top selling, maybe when Drake drops him or somebody else like J. Cole or whatever, but the fact that he, like, people release stuff so far and he's the highest selling person.
You're not gonna be able to ignore him for much longer.
Yeah. I was shocked that Academics tweeted that out. His
He has
selling
no
number.
choice.
Yeah.
He does it. He has to do it. So,
Yeah.
so he has no. I've seen him do it before when he was number one.
Yeah.
He just has no choice.
Yeah.
He doesn't like him. Obviously.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we're in an era of where these artists, hip hop artists, are going to be non-conditional and going to be successful. And what I mean by that, non-traditional and successful, meaning like their music not going to be in the clubs, their music not going to be in on the street blasting in people's cars. Their music may be in that person's phone, or that person's, you know what I mean? They're going to have a cult-like following that's going to continue to support them, and people are going to be like astonished by them, like, yo, who is this? Because that's what majority of people in Academics thing was like. Some people, a little bit of people was like, yo, NF, I heard of him, he kind of fire, but a lot of people was like, who? I ain't never heard of him. So, yeah.
Eric, you being probably the youngest person at this table, what do you look at first week sales? Do you pay much attention to that? Do you feel like that defines an artist?
Honestly, if I like it, I like it.
Yeah.
That's just about it for
Doesn't
me.
matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I may listen to an artist that nobody else knows, but if he's relatable to me and if I like his music, then I'm support him. I'm gonna listen to him/her.
Are you an NF fan?
Honestly, I googled MF when we started talking about him.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I really was.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And that's fair too, because the majority of people I ask if they know NF, they're like, who? And that's okay, because he doesn't do, like, if you listen to this song, but Turn My Back, that's the one I'm talking about? He talks about how he doesn't care what anybody putting him in a box. So he doesn't really want to do interviews. He doesn't really want to be part of the social media light. He doesn't really want to, do what his label wants him to do, which is, do all these different things. So he's kind of like, he kind of like is in the shadows of hip hop.
Yeah,
so
he is.
it's understandable that you wouldn't really know him.
And
we
people
know him
people don't
because
talk about him either.
Yeah.
Blogs don't talk about him.
right, and it's the simple fact that we claim him as CHH because he started out here, right? So that just it's different from you finding like a artist that like Chance the Rapper,
Right.
and saying he's a Christian hip hop artist, right? Is actually no, he was in this space, and so it makes it a lot different to compare him. So, but I understand that. But now, if you don't know about NF, do you know about the artist that we mentioned he collaborated with?
Corday.
Yeah, I know Corday.
Yeah.
Right. Mhm.
Okay. So you know what we're talking about there.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, final thoughts on NF's Hope. What you got, Jeremiah? Favorite song?
Oh, wow. My favorite song off the album. Wow. I would say I do like the joint with him and Corday. I like that. I do like Suffice was dope to me. I like that record. And then I liked Let Him Pray. That was pretty good. I like the project, man. Motto. I like Motto. I like the video for Motto a lot. So
Jeremiah, where do you rank this as far as all his albums go? Where do you rank this album?
Perception was pretty good. Therapy session was good. I would say because I'm kind of like you a little bit.
Yeah.
I could listen to him so much, but when it's getting extremely cinematic, kind of like Dark Knight, it gets like after a while it's like I don't know. But I think this is one of his best projects to me.
You know what we should have done? It would have been dope to bring Eric in on a first time reaction. Can you do that? Is that I'm asking you to do too much?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely are.
Well, we're about to do a line for line with him, so you're gonna hit him. He's about to do it.
Okay. Cool.
All right, man. So let's get back into it. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.